Hey St. Lucia, what's up? I hope everybody's feeling good. And of course, it's the Feast of Musicians, St. Cecilia's Day. So big respect to all our musicians out there and of course the aspiring. And I'm here with Rob Zai Taylor and Finesse, a very, very dynamic duo right now on the music scene. And we're going to be talking music, obviously. And first of all, we're going to find out why exactly they love what they do. So Finesse, I'm going to start off with you. Why do you love singing and music?
Singing or music generally, it allows me to express myself. The things that I may not necessarily be able to say through a normal sentence, I could sing it, I could write a song to express it. And not just through my own lyrics, but through the lyrics of other singers before myself. I think music is just magic. Seriously, it's magic.
Great. I see her expression and everything, like you could feel the magic in her as well when she says that, right? Now, of course, we're going to go to Rob, who is definitely not a stranger in the local music scene here as well, represented us regionally, internationally, doing big things. So why do you love what you're doing?
I just believe it's my calling, you know, it's my happy place to be on stage, to be performing. It's where I feel comfortable, where I belong. You know, you go through your days where you get, you know, your stresses, your things that really kind of bug you and everything, and then you finally get to the nighttime when you're on stage and you're just in your zone, in your comfort zone, in your happy place, and bringing, you know, what your soul cries out for in your music to the people that are listening, and then when you get that love back from them, you know, you give them back some more, and it's just, that's what's the nice thing about it. It's a really great energy, a movement of energy, you know.
That's the St. Lucia now, you know, too. There's energy transferring when music's happening. So it's an amazing thing. Now we're going to take a little different twist here because you know what? It's not going to be just what you obviously expect. But even as musicians, all of us here do music. Everybody has their own insecurities. So even for our aspiring musicians out there, you are not alone. So we're going to get into exactly what these are and how to overcome. Like for me, I love music. I love to sing. And it's everything else I'll go head on. I will. Even if I'm afraid, I use that fear to push me into it. But when it comes to singing, I kind of shy up. So I'm always like, you know what? You may have seen me sing, but it's if somebody comes to me, I'm not going to go out there and say, hey, I would like to do this. No, I'm like, if the universe calls, then I'll do it. Other than that, I stay hidden. So I'm working on that, and it's like just pursue your passion. So I know everybody kind of has their own little, you know, quirk or maybe something that they're afraid of. Like you used to the sax, and now you're singing too. Yeah. So how has that transition been for you?
Well, it's been one of those things where I really, if it's a lesson I've got to learn in life and to teach anybody, is like, you know, if you feel a desire and a calling to do something, you know, have no fear. Just go for it. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you want to do and go for it. And I probably wasted quite a lot of years in my life not being confident enough to maybe go out and sing when I wanted to, but I was fearful of, or what people might think, or if it was good enough. And then, you know, you eventually do it, and you know you brave yourself to go out and do it, and eventually you'll get some naysayers saying maybe, okay, stick to the sax or whatever, and you know, oh, it's okay, but you know, they kind of leaning towards the sax, but you stick at it, and then for me, my own personal experience, you eventually get people saying, wow, you know, you've got a really unique tone to your voice, really something different, you know, I want to hear more songs, and then that gives you a bit of a confidence boost. And then I can say, especially now working with Finesse, you know, who I regard as a bona fide singer, and that's what she does, and that's what she's really great at, and getting her feedback for what I do, of something that she's really drawn to, and she really enjoys my singing and loves to hear me sing. That's such a confidence boost from one musician to another, that it really kind of propels you into, you know, more singing and more creativeness and more inspiration and less fear. You know?
I love how you say that, because you know what? Finesse told me something behind the scenes that really just made me say, you know, hey, of course, you know, you're on your journey going after it, so, you know, you have to keep up the confidence, and support for each other is something really amazing. Now, even for you, you know, like I was saying, when I hear people sing and do things that I can't, like when I hear you, I think you're so awesome. You know, it kind of makes me fearful, and I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So, you know, you battle with that fear. How is it for you?
Thank you very much for saying that, because the truth is, like, there are so many things that I think that I can do with my voice that I literally cannot do. You know you want to do it, but you can't do it because it's just not if you listen to maybe a Fantasia or somebody like India Ari or anybody else, like I always compare myself to them or other singers locally. Like when I started singing, the person I looked up to was Trish, because she was the first person like of my generation more or less to be singing, and I always would try to. She has range. She has a good full tone, and I would try to imitate or take some of what she's doing, the resonance in her voice and all of that. And I realized, in fact, just yesterday I posted something on Facebook, and I tried to tag every single singer on my Facebook page. I did tag every single singer to tell them like, whatever you're doing takes so much guts. Keep doing it because you do it as only you can. And that's what you have to realize. You don't need to have like all the range in the world, all the resonance, as long as you're able to deliver what you do, because people can tell when it's genuine.
Well, listen, this is just how we as musicians think, how we vibe. Of course, we're here at Tapas on the Bay with Rob Zion Finesse. We have more. Hey St. Lucia, what's up? So we are chilling at Tapas on the Bay, and I'm here with this guy, that guy, him. What is it? Okay, healthy, slim host, healthy and slim. All right, it's all about St. Cecilia's Day. Right. I'm with a bunch of musicians, my fellow musicians. You know what? I'm with royalty, Arthur. Okay, first of all, and this is a round table. We are the peasants, and but anyway, so it's all about music today. And today we celebrate our musicians. So I'll start off with Arthur first. What does it mean? You know, how do you feel about this day, St. Cecilia's Day?
Well, I think it's a day that we appreciate our fellow musicians, music on the whole. I mean, we all love music in every form and fashion. So it's just a day to sit back and show appreciation and show love for the people who contribute to something that is touching people all over the world. And I think that we musicians on our own should use it as a day as reflection to really see how we really want to impact the world with our gift that we have, and appreciate each other, man, as brotherhood in the music.
Great. Now, you know, we have Sticks here, of course, doing big things, so big up as well. We are so proud of you too. You know, I'm proud of everybody here at this table, by the way. And, you know, being that you travel a lot as well, and representing St. Lucia, how do you feel being a musician in St. Lucia on the international scene?
It's just great to do what I do every day. I give thanks for that. And then just to be St. Lucian makes me unique in my own way, because, I mean, everybody knows, you know, I play for a reggae artist, which is out of the country or island of Jamaica. But to be the only St. Lucian to be in that camp is actually good, because, I mean, everybody knows I'm not Jamaican, which is not a bad thing. But, I mean, it's just good to... That's just a childhood dream. So St. Cecilia's Day for me is like, it's actually good, not just touring, but to be home and everybody know you're a musician. So it's like, oh, today's Musician's Day, so people wish you, you know, it's a day that everybody actually puts time out to pay respect to your gift of music, you know. So we get a chance to actually share that with so many people, you know, so many people all over the world, as Arthur said.
All right, now all young musicians aspiring as well. I hope you heard that too, because anything is possible and you can do it. Now I'm gonna Dupes. I saving you for last, sir, because you know what? Dupes always like to do it. So we'll put you on pause for now, but we're gonna.
I'm at Tapas. I'm having a good time.
All right. So now we have Dean here, and I have to highlight Dean, another good friend of mine, amazing bass player, and you know what? Again, traveling the world, putting St. Lucia out there on the map, and it's so good to have you home for St. Cecilia's Day. So welcome back, because I know you know Junior Creole and all of that. We were cutting style on you because we were enjoying the good food, and you were not here. So how does it feel to be a musician, and of course, what does it mean to you this day, St. Cecilia's?
To be honest with you, it feels amazing. It's my life to be a musician. There's no plan B for me. There's only plan A. I know some people may think of it as weird, but if you make the plan A work, then why do you need a plan B? So I love being a musician, you know, and St. Cecilia's Day means to me that all musicians, we can come around and, you know, it's a day of love for musicians. It's like family day for musicians. We all come and we jam together, and not only do we jam among ourselves, but we have people, you know, who really enjoy listening to music, other musicians as well. It's just one big family day. That's all I can see. So I love doing that.
I love that. Family day. Oh, that's nice. Hey, whose home I have to come for the cook up then? Where are we going?
Dean's house. My house? Okay.
We'll have to figure that out. All right. I like that.
You'll come to my house, that's
Yes,
fine.
we are driving to Viewfort.
Mom, feed them.
All right, so people, of course, we have the man Dupes to release some, recent singles off of his new album as well. So, Dupes, thank you again for being here with us. And how do you feel about St. Cecilia's Day?
Everybody spoke about, appreciating the musicians and everything. But what I remember most is people saying happy feast. So where's the feasting part, just like we were talking about? But yeah, I feel amazing, to have a day where we appreciate the stuff that, if music be the food of life, then let it play on. You know what I'm saying? And we're the ones that we create the feelings that you cannot see them. You could only feel it when you hear it. And music is the only thing that I know that once you hear it, it takes you back to the first time you heard that song. So it's really an honor to be a songwriter, to be surrounded by songwriters. Sticks is always an inspiration. And when I'm out on the road and I want to know what it's like going through some stuff, he's somebody I can pick up the phone and call. I'm always looking out at Arthur. I've seen when he come from not doing his thing to wanting to do his thing to being the king. You understand what I'm saying? And this, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And now we're at the round table and we are his knights. So it's a great feeling. And I mean, Dean and I started working together, and Dean actually produced some of the songs that's actually on my album. So it's been an amazing feeling. Arthur invited me to his school. I've been going to a couple schools, and just the look in the kids' eyes when they hear the music. And the theme was appreciating our own, right? And that's what it's all about, appreciating our own. There's so many of us out there doing big things. This guy's doing big things. No matter how small he is, he's doing big things. And we need to know that coming from where we're coming from, we can do this. So, yeah, it's amazing. Steal my words, amazing.
All right, so you know what? I think sticking with the theme of St. Cecilia's and feasting and everything else, we should do a little randomness. So we have a drummer, we have a bass player, Arthur on keys and vocals. Maybe I might do a little background vocals, Dupes here. So anything, somebody started. Really? Let's go. All right, give me the bass.
Y'all just sing chords now, eh?
We are at Tabas. We having fun. Celebrating music as one. Dupes, on the remix.
That's a wrap.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for that record. It will be available on Dean's iTunes.
Yeah. All right, so St. Lucia, this is what music is about, the pure love, the passion, the fun. And again, anybody who loves it, wants to be in it, afraid to do it, go for it. And of course, big up to all our musicians, aspiring musicians as well.
Yo, don't follow your dreams, Chase them. Chase them.
Let me tell you, don't just chase it, you have to catch it too.
Hey everybody, good morning. Thank you again for joining us. If you just tuned in, you are watching This Morning here on Your Leader. That's DBS. And of course, I'm your host, Chayla Mendez. Now, of course, as I said, today is the Feast of Musicians. It's St. Cecilia's Day. So any music lover out there, and of course, all musicians, all across the island, all across the world, this day is for us, so we have to enjoy it. Now today, of course, we have to pay special tribute to persons who have pioneered in our music industry and helped pave the way, as well as those who are now up and coming and blazing the trail. So the first person I'd like to acknowledge, of course, we'll start off with our pioneers, is Hunter J. Fuswa. Now, Hunter J. Fuswa was a lawyer as well as a former Minister of Education. And on this day, of course, today we'd like to acknowledge him as well as pay tribute to him as Hunter J. Fuswa, the musician, and an outstanding musician at that. He was a trailblazer as well as a pioneer in our music industry, and in the year 1987, it is testimony of his works, because this is when the establishment of the St. Lucia School of Music happened, and this was largely due to, of course, his efforts in making this happen along with his dedicated team. So with this, of course, we have to pay special tribute to him, again acknowledging exactly all what he's done for us, and of course just being such an amazing musician himself. Now his legacy continues through his family, of course, with his sons Luther Foswa, Ricky Foswa, and even through his granddaughter Shania James. Now we also acknowledge today Barbra Cody, who is not a stranger in the music scene here and another pioneer, especially when it comes to female musicians here in this industry. She's a saxophonist, but not only that, she is a musical arranger, composer, singer, songwriter as well. So she's very dynamic and again has represented St. Lucia all over. Now we fast forward a little bit and we come over to recent times, where I'd like to acknowledge just a few of our young up and rising stars coming up. So the first person that I'd like to start off with, we have Dwight Florent, who is a budding guitarist, definitely really rising up here to his peak. Just a recent graduate, of course, from the Corinth Secondary School and definitely representing very well. Next person on my list is Marlon Shalmine, who is an amazing drummer here, up and rising, of course. Started with small beginnings. Of course, I knew Marlon from playing as a drummer with the Diamond Steel Panyard group, and now he has just taken it to a whole other level. Now, St. Lucia, next I'd like to highlight Sean Lamington, who is just such a dynamic musician, amazing male vocalist with a voice that can just soothe your soul. And he once said, every note that he sings, every instrument that he touches, every beat that he drops, everything resonates straight from his heart. So if you don't believe me, just take a look at this video.
Oh, girl, let the raindrops speak to you. All I have is you, right here, right now, saying my name, oh, rain, oh, for me, I'm thinking, hold me tight, girl, why for me, so I am not impressed. Time for release, spirit of love, will I give you enough love? Oh, when I see you, will I see my family? Oh.
Alright, so didn't I tell you that he just soothed your soul? And again, representing for St. Lucia on the international level, as you can see from his social media posts. But he's also part of a dynamic band, and that is called Prodigy. And they are definitely putting 758 out on the map, doing some amazing things, Broadway-style productions. So St. Lucia, I'd like to give a special shout out to OJ, who's the musical director. Big shout out to Lyris, who's the drummer. Major shout out going out to Tevin on bass. All of them, of course, make up the band Prodigy. All right, St. Lucia, so this was just an eye-opener to show you exactly what St. Lucians are doing, both here and far and wide, okay? Big shout out to our boys again over with Prodigy. Keep making St. Lucia proud. And of course, this is what happens when musical geniuses come together. You just get the magic. Now, with that said, many of the musicians wanted to express their love for today. So this day is all about you, all about us, and for music lovers. So let's check out these shout-outs to wrap up this show.
Hey, this is Michael Robinson, and I want to wish all the lovers of music and all the musicians a happy St. Cecilia's Day. Enjoy it. MR. Boom.
Hey, this is Jody Pierre. I'm a pianist. Just wishing everybody a happy St. Cecilia's Day.
Hello, St. Lucia, it's Wilburn, and I want to wish you a happy St. Cecilia's Day to you.
Hi everyone, this is Shan James, your 2015 Youth Fest winner, and I would just like to wish all of our musicians a happy St. Cecilia's Day. Continue to spread love and continue to bless our nation with your talents, and let us never forget to show appreciation for all of those who came before us and those who continue paving the way today.
Hi, I'm Casey Imab, and this is my guitar. Her name is Emily, and we'd like to wish everyone a happy St. Cecilia's Day. Rock on.
Yeah, it's your boy Kid Elson, and let me tell you, I want to say happy St. Cecilia's Day to every single musician out there who has knowing the place.
Hi everyone, I'm Semi, and I would like to wish everyone, especially the musicians, a happy Musicians Feast. Go have a blast, guys. Bless.
Hello, St. Lucia from beautiful Mexico. This is Al. I'm a professional steel band player, and I just want to wish all musicians, new, novice, experts, happy St. Cecilia's Day, all the way from Mexico. Hi,
I'm Crystal Nestor, musical director for Fantastic Music Steel Orchestra. On behalf of GISS Still Orchestra and Fantastic Music, today we would like to say
Happy Feast of Musicians!
Hey, pleasant good day, everybody. My name is Denisha, and I'm a singer. I'd just like to take the time out to wish you guys a bright and beautiful St. Cecilia's Day. Have a good one.
Chad Joseph, and I just want to wish you guys a happy St. Cecilia's Day. Blessed love, one love, forever. Yeah. Hey, this is Caleb McDowell, and I'd like to say a happy St. Cecilia's Day to all musicians around the world. Bless!
This is Prodigy singing. Come on, just send me on the track, cause me whining no don't stop that. The vibe forever, turn up now, watch the vibes unfold. Make everybody have a blessed St. Cecilia's Day.
Greetings, St. Lucia. This is Nelson Serrier, formerly known as Cherry L, wishing everyone in St. Lucia a happy St. Cecilia's Day. Keep the music playing, you know. Big respect to all the musicians still doing it out there and all the upcoming ones. Link me on nelsonserrier.com for all the latest and greatest news. Big respect.
You know, it's your boy Lenny Wilson. Just want to wish everyone, all musicians, all non-musicians, a happy St. Cecilia's Day. One love.
So listen up, guys. This brings us to the end of today's show, and let me tell you something. Music is something that's in my blood, something that I love and I'm so passionate about, and I know there's many of you. If you're not part of the music makers, you are the music lovers. So today is the Feast of Musicians. Remember that, celebrate it, and let us acknowledge all our local musicians, again, those who have pioneered and those who are blazing the trail. Hats off to you, and I look forward to seeing all of you right here at same place, same time on your leader, DBS.